Hello my crochet friends, this is Lady Jenna and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the Shark Crochet Kit from Dollarama. It costs $2 plus tax Canadian, and this is from Castle Craft. This is what we get. We have our stuffing, our eyes, thread, safety, backing. We have our crochet hook, yarn, and also our pattern. This hook I will not be using. I don't like this hook. It's not sturdy enough. I'm going to be using my own. And my own is this, which is a 3mm crochet hook. I have a few notes or disclaimers to share with you. This is not a step-by-step tutorial. This pattern is not mine to give. Normally, I don't show you the whole thing because there's a thing that is missing. I will show you. But normally I do not. Normally what I do is I will crochet the first 4 rounds together, which we will do, and the rest you can do on your own. I will show you how to do a decrease. In this crochet kit, the only thing that is missing is the stitch marker. This is very important to have. I always use it. Also, you need a pair of scissors and a pencil or pen if you'd like to make a few notes on your pattern or on a separate sheet of paper. Let me show you what's happening with this pattern. It says the blue yarn here is shown in black font. The white yarn here is shown in red font. There's absolutely no red font showing. So this is why I decided to, in brackets, place where the white font or the white yarn will be used. This is not a beginner crochet kit. You need to know or have knowledge about crocheting already. The difficulty, of course, is the change of color and also the way this is written. This pattern will be crocheted in a round without any joining, which means we're not going to do one chain and we're not going to do a slip stitch. So all of the one chain in front we don't do, and also we're not going to do the slip stitch, the joining. If you've ever done amigurumi before, they don't do it this way. They crochet it in a round. You will need your white yarn between the round 2 and round number 12. So let's start. I'll just place this on the side and we're going to start with round 1. Of course, I always like to do a magic ring. If you don't know how to do a magic ring, and it shows you how to do a magic ring. It says create a magic ring. It does show you. So I always like to start off with a magic ring. Okay, we start with our blue yarn and our crochet hook. The way that I do my magic ring is I wrap the yarn around my 2 fingers like this, hold my yarn, go underneath both yarn that is wrapped, you grab the working yarn underneath, then over and grab again the working yarn and go through. So this makes your magic ring. From there I'm going to do 6 single crochet, one, and every time I start around the first single crochet or the first stitch that I make, I always place a stitch marker. 2, 3. If you don't know how to do a single crochet, you have to go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. And this is 6. Remove the yarn or remove the tail that's in your loop, and then you pull. It closes this. You can remove your stitch marker Okay, so I just removed my stitch marker. We're going to start round number 2. We're not doing any joining. So for round number 2, we're going to do 2 increases. This means that there's 2 stitches we're going to do increases in. This one, where our stitch marker was, and the next one. So in total, we're doing 4 stitches. So in the stitch where the stitch marker was, you do a single crochet and a second one. So this indicates an increase, and in the first stitch you just made, you're going to place your stitch marker. Now into the second stitch, again, you're going to do an increase, which is 2 single crochet, 1, 2. So now here it indicates that we have to change color. The way that you need to do this is you need to start the change of color on the previous stitch. So you'll have to undo the yarn over pull through. So just pull a little bit. Now you have 2 loops. Grab these 2 loops. Take your white yarn, and you're going to yarn over the white yarn and pull through the loops. This is where you start making the changes. And then you continue to increases. So increases are 2 single crochet in the same stitch, 1, 2, and we do this a second time, 1, 2. If you don't want to cut your yarn each time, what you can do is you can bring your yarn with you. Let me just show you. Let me just restart this. Now it makes your chart a little bit more thick. Just going to drag the blue yarn. So you yarn into the blue, into the stitch. Make sure your yarn is coming with you, your blue yarn. See where my blue yarn is over my crochet hook, but you're not gonna crochet with it. You're going to crochet with this. Yarn over, and then you pull through. So this is my first stitch. See how it's coming with us? Okay, so this is my increase. I need to do a second one. 1 and 2. Okay, now we have to change back to our blue. So again, we always change our color into from the previous stitch. So again, you're going to remove the slip stitch, or you're going to remove the yarn over pull through, go into your loops, and then you're going to grab this time your blue yarn, and then you go yarn over pull through, and you continue. Now you're going to drag your white yarn with you, so bring your white yarn over, and you're going to crochet with the blue yarn. So the blue yarn is 2 increases into the stitch, and this is 2 increases. So that's 2 single crochet and another one. And we're done. We're done our second round. You should now have 12 stitches if you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We do. You can also pull on the tail to close your middle. Now we're ready for row number 3. Row number 3 is a single crochet followed by an increase 2 times. We do this twice with the blue yarn. So we're going remove your stitch marker like this, and into that first stitch using the blue, we're going to go and do a single crochet. Don't forget to bring your white yarn with you. Single crochet, place your stitch marker, and into this next stitch we do an increase, which is 2 single crochet. 1, 2, and then we do this again one more time. 1 single crochet followed by an increase. 1, and that would have been 2. I'm not going to finish it off because I'm changing color. If you notice, here it says 1 single crochet followed by an increase 2 times in brackets. So this is white. So we're going to repeat this exact same thing, but in white. So I'm going to grab my white yarn and I'm going to yarn over and pull through. And now we're good to start crocheting our white yarn. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. Oops. There. Now don't forget to drag your blue yarn with you. So this is the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through our first stitch, then an increase. 1, 2, and then we do it again, a single crochet, then an increase. 1, and then on the second stitch we stop and we change colors again. We're going to be doing yarn over, pull through on the blue, because now we have to do a single crochet followed by increase 2 times using the blue. And don't forget to bring your white yarn with you. Into your stitch, yarn over and pull through. Then you do your increase, which is 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and then a single crochet, and then your increase, 1 and 2. You just completed your third round. It looks like this. Your fourth one. Now you are going to do 2 single crochet followed by an increase 2 times in blue, same thing in white, and again in blue. Remove your stitch marker, a single crochet, stitch marker, another single crochet, and then an increase. 1, 2, single crochet, single crochet, and then increase. 1. Now we know that we're going to change colors, so I'm not going to finish this stitch, this single crochet with blue. I'm going to finish it with white. So let's grab the white. And finish our stitch. And now we're good to continue 2 single crochet followed by increase twice, like we just did. So single crochet, single crochet, and then increase. Another time, single crochet. Oop. Make sure not to grab the blue. Let's see. Okay, another So this is my increase. Okay, single crochet, and then our increase. This is 1. Now don't remember, on the second one, this is where we're going to change our color. So let's grab the blue and finish off your stitch. And then we continue. 2, 1, 2, and then an increase. 1, 2, and then our increase. And the reason why I finish this stitch off is because the next stitch will be blue as well. See, this is what we have now. And this is our 4th. So for row 5 to 7, they're going to be done the same way. You're going to do 8 single crochet, you're going to change to white, and then you're going to change to 8 again. You're going to do this from 5 to 7. So let me just do 5. Remove your stitch marker. So 8 single crochet. So let's grab 1, place your stitch marker. Because if you don't place your stitch marker, you'll never know where your round started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is our 8th. Our 8th is the last one, so I'm not going to finish it off. I'm going to grab my white, and I'm going to finish the single crochet, and I'm going to continue doing 8 single crochet in white. And don't forget to bring your blue yarn with you. 1, 2, there's a knot right there that I don't like. 3, 4. So I'm going to try to make sure this knot stays inside, stays right there so it doesn't show. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 8. So this is our last stitch. I'm going to change from white to blue, finish off my single crochet like this, and now we continue crocheting with the blue yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I am at my stitch marker. So this was row number 5. So I'm not going to continue with you on video. Just do 5, 6, 7, and also make sure you're going to sew your tails in, or what you can do is just tie them together. It's way easier than sewing them. There, and they're not going to get undone. Just cut this out. Okay, and I'll be back Once we're at the round that we have to decrease, I'll show you how to decrease a round. I've done up to round number 11. So this is round number 11. I decided to place the eyes right now. The way that I placed it is I looked at the picture, I counted the amount of rows, white rows, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and between 4 and 5, this is where I placed my eyes. So this is what I did here, and I also placed the backing to row number 12. Let's remove our stitch marker. This is where we're going to do our decrease, invisible decrease. Let's do 10 single crochet in blue. One stitch marker. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is where we switch our yarn to white. We do 3 single crochet, then a decrease 2 times. So let's do that. 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Now it's time to do a decrease, and I'm going to show you how to do an invisible decrease. Now, to do an invisible decrease, you need to pick up only the front loop. If you look, a stitch is made up of front and back loop. And what you're going to do is you're just going to be picking up the front loop like this. The back loop will stay there. Okay, so you have to pick up two front loops. So pick up this front loop and the other front loop in front, yarn over, and you pull through all 3 loops like this. Okay, so let's do another 1, 2, 3, front loop, yarn over, and then pull through all 3 loops. And this is your decrease. We just did it twice, and now we have to do 10 single crochet. To do it again, because I had to yarn over with the blue, and I also, what I did not do is follow my blue yarn through. It's not very far, so that's fine. So that's okay. So let's undo. Can I pick up the loops? No, I can't. I'm just going to undo it. Okay. Okay, so let's bring my blue yarn with me. Okay. Now let's do the decrease again. Okay, so let's do front loop, change color, yarn over and into all 3 loops, just like this. This is what we need to do, and we continue with 10 single crochet. Don't forget to bring your white yarn with you. Oops, I let it go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then you make it up to 10. Just follow the rest of the instructions, and once we're at round 17, I'll show you how I close this up. Don't forget to start stuffing. Here it says after row 15 to insert your eyes. Mine is already there, and start stuffing with fiber fill. So I just finished the last row, and right now there's 5 stitches left, so I'm just going to cut my yarn and pull it through. Take my yarn needle and I'm going to sew by picking up only the front loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to pull. It creates a middle. I'm going to go into the middle, go onto the back, and then pull. And see how that closes nice. And I'm going to weave this on the back and forth. And you cut it, and this is how my shirt looks now. The bottom is not perfect. I think I should have put a little bit more fiber fill, but I didn't, but that's fine. So this now is my shark. The next thing I need to do is create the little mouth with the thread that was provided. Also, there's little lines next to the eyes, and then I need to create the fin. Oh yeah, one more thing that I wanted to show you is in round number 16 there's an M. I don't know what that's for. I think that's a typo. I just removed it. Don't worry, just one single crochet, and then you decrease, and you do this 5 times. So this is the shark fin. There's a shark tail, limbs, and this is to sew up the parts. I'm going to complete this, and I've completed the shark. This is how it looks like. The yarn I don't really like. It's not my favorite yarn. It's a little bit tiny. I mean, I wish it would have been a little bit bigger. I guess that's why it's $2. Not a lot of material, and the pattern is not that well explained. Is this for beginners? Not at all. I would not have a beginner do this, especially how tiny it is. I hope they enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourself a great day.